Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to try another beer from Oddside Ales. We're all in this can together. This is an India Pale Ale, manufactured on, or canned on, they said manufactured, 5/14/20. I don't know. It does have some wording on here. I'll post it right now if you want to stop the video and read it. But this is for COVID, 6.9% ABV, a little juice, a little crispy. Bringing these two IPAs together is all a reminder that we will all be together once again. Cheers. Yeah, a blend of our two favorite IPAs together. It doesn't really give anything else. Outside is in Grand Haven, Michigan. We usually go up there, or before COVID started, we would go up there because they're further away than New Holland. So go up there, then on our way back we would hit Big Lake and New Holland, then a couple of the other ones on the way home. Uh-oh, we're going to go over. Go ahead and get into this glass. I actually, well, besides the Busch Light Apple, I don't know the last time was where I've had a 12-ounce can. You know, almost everything that I buy now is in the bigger cans, the 16-ounce cans. So, different. I don't know why I thought about that. Off-white colored head, small and medium bubbles, about a finger of head, bubbles on the side. Are compact like dish soap and spread apart like bubble wrap. I'd say it's like half and half. Color, golden yellow in color. Chill haze on there, but otherwise it's clear. I can see the bell sign and the light box. Lots of bubbles coming up. Let's go ahead and smell. Some pine. Some pine and toasted malt with some sweetness in there. It almost reminded me of like an West Coast IPA, but less bitterness. Maybe some fruit, some pine, a little toasted bread, and some fruit is what I get out of that. I don't know if it was just from the bubbles coming up at first, but it's not really that big on pine like a West Coast. Yeah, you could have lots of bitterness in there, but pininess is what I get out of those big West Coast IPAs. Yeah, very faint smells in there. So let's go ahead and taste and see what we think. I almost said I could see why this is a double IPA. Big maltiness, almost a syrup. You don't get as much sweetness, but that maltiness, that toasted bread is really big in this. I would almost say the perceived bitterness is probably around 60, 70. We'll check Untappd. But it seems like it's higher. You do get some of that pine, maybe a little citrus in there. Smooth. Yeah, it reminds me more of a double IPA with that malt sweetness, not going to a syrup, but it is bigger. 60, 70 IBUs, that bitterness is lingering. Aftertaste is coming through as a sweeter, like toasted bread, sweeter malt with some pine in there. Maybe a hint of citrus, but I think that pine and the amount of sweet malt or maltiness that you do get really overpowers that citrus. Now, there could be fruit in there, but from what I'm picking up, that pine and malt really take over in this beer. It's definitely a different change of pace to drink something like this versus all those fruity, juicy fruit beers or citrus beers. Or I should say something other than a New England. It's okay. I think the bitterness is a little bit high for my liking. The pine, I would rather have a citrus or a fruit, something other than that in there. I was thinking because of the color, because we have a blue, a green, and a purple. I was thinking it was going to be more of like a berry IPA, something like that. Maybe using Simcoe hops or something to produce a berry flavor and just, I guess, the sky on there. But, hey, I'm wrong. On this one, I would have to go with a 3.75 out of 5. I think that pine is a little too much. Again, I would rather see some fruit, some citrus in there. But if you're not into those, definitely one to pick up and try. Let's go ahead and check Untapped real quick. So, yeah, 6.9 ABV. This does not list the IBUs that are on here. A little juicy and a little crispy is what they say. I don't think that it's juicy or crispy. I mean, it seems like that pine, that bitterness just keeps building. Okay, for most of this, Untapped does say hoppy, bitter, grapefruit, and piney. Grapefruit? I'm going to stick with citrus and pine. I could see that, especially if they're using like a Cascade, a heavy hopping of Cascade. But even in my 2-batch series where I use Cascade and Centennial, I got more. It tasted more like a grapefruit with like the rind of the grapefruit. This I don't get it all the way, so I'll just stick with citrus pine in there. But yeah, if you're into a beer like this, definitely one to check out and try. So if you enjoyed this video, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.